Morning, everyone. It's been a bit of a funny weekend. Nothing bad happened. I'm just checking now. It's only just over 20 degrees, but the humidity is off the chart. What does this say? Yeah, for Perth that's pretty bad. That's like 70, and I reckon it's more than that. It's not even hot, and you're sweating. Your clothes feel like they just come out the washing machine. Saturday had a really nice lunch for the mother-in-law's birthday. She loves this place. I'll put a map up where it is, but it's an hour and a half from our place down south, out in the bush somewhere. It's a winery, and when we got there, it was full of smoke. It was a hot day too. It was forecast 37 degrees. So anyway, I had lunch. We got out about 3 o'clock, and the smoke was way worse, and it was getting closer. You could see where it was coming from. So what did we do then? So we came home. You could see the smoke the whole way home. Sunday, so that was Saturday. That took the whole day, and then Sunday we had. I was going to go to Whiteman Park, which is just over there. You can almost see it. Stop it, boys. Come on. That's enough. And they're going to have a big remote control open day with a swap meet, and so that would have been good. But because of that fire that was down south on Saturday and still going Sunday, it's probably still going now. They put a total fire ban on all the bush parts of Perth, which is that place just falls into. So that was it for the model airplanes, that we didn't find out until we got there. It was only 5 minutes away, but yeah, had the nephew with us, and he was looking forward to seeing some planes, but there was none flying. There was a couple on the ground, but none flying. So yeah, that was a bit of a fizzle off, and then I thought, oh well, we can't send him home without, because we were going to be there for a couple of hours, but we only stayed for 5 minutes. So we went and got some lunch. He really wanted Subway, so we went up to our local Subway, and what are these boys doing? And yeah, all keen for Subway. Had his hopes up again. Got there, and they were remodelling the place. They had it all torn apart. They're repainting, redoing new fridges and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, we came home. Well, we got a roll from the deli, but it's not as good as Subway. But yeah, it was a bit of a funny weekend. Just nothing really went our way. Today's really cloudy, humid, like I said. So yeah, it's going to be a funny one today, I think. But I am going to go jet skiing, so that's what this video is going to be about. Is going on the jet ski, get a bit of footage, do a bit of a jet ski tour of Perth, and yeah, it should be good, especially if it's not sunny. So yeah, it should be a nice day. So we'll go and get the jet ski ready and see how we go. I've got all the crap off it because it was just turning into a bench, really. I've got a power bank to chuck in just to charge the camera up. I'm using my phone at the moment, but I'll use the action camera later on. I've got to get some fuel, so that's one thing I do need to do, is fill it up, and that fuel's quite old as well. So yeah, and then the only other thing I'm going to do is make sure it starts. I've had it off charge for a couple of days now, so if the battery's stuffed, it's not going to start. So we're going to check that now. Everything else is good, and it's all tied down. I've tied it down here, and I've lubed up the bungs as well, so they're in. And I only do that like at the start of the season, really. I don't do it after every ride. Just when you can turn it and they're a bit jumpy, that's when I'll chuck a bit of lube on. And the lube I use is that stuff, Inox MX6. Works really well. Synthetic grease, so yeah, that works good. I even use that for the coffee machine, because it's like a white grease. I think it's a food grade grease as well, so I just use it to lube some of the bits up on the coffee machine, and yeah, that keeps it going really good. And I'm going to check the oil too, so that's next on the cards. Okay, so I haven't started it. I'm going to do get a torch. I've swapped over to the camera on my head now, so just so you can see what's in here. You can see there's a heap of lanolin already on this thing. It's got like a goldy browny thing, so tinge to it everywhere, so I won't go too stupid with it. But it is sticky. But when the engine gets hot, and it gets hot in here, it all turns to a liquid again. I did degrease it at the end of the first season, so this is only from one season. So I'm going to leave it. Because it's all going to turn back to a nice liquid today when it all gets all hot. But yeah, she looks good in there. Obviously there's no water because I haven't ridden it for ages. Probably should put that on. That's the flush point, which we'll do. I reckon I'm going to break this video up into a few parts. So it's going to be prep, what I'm doing now, and then the actual ride, and then the washing down. We'll see. We will see. Unless I'll just do another washing down ride another day. Probably not today. I'm going to wash it down today, but I won't do a proper video on it. This is a vent tube for a lead acid battery, but this has a sealed battery in it now. That yellow thing just there. So that's all, yeah, not needed anymore. I've been trying to disconnect this thing, but I can't, so I just leave it there. Oh, someone's calling me. 2 seconds. Yeah, okay, so I haven't started it, and so I want to check the oil now, because that means it's all at the bottom. So it should say that it's got too much. No. Saying that it's got absolutely nothing. Oh, maybe you can't let it sit. Let's have a look. We'll start her up and see what it says. Let it run for a bit. Moment of truth, because this hasn't been started. Oh, actually no, I flicked it on a couple of days ago and it started, but it was on charge. So keys on and start. Okay, no worries. I didn't realise the dog was in here. He didn't like that. I might have to chuck some oil in, which is okay. I've got some. Nah, see that? Perfect. Oh, actually, I'll clean it. So I think it's a screw in, screw out from memory. Yeah, okay, so the oil must be hiding somewhere. I think that's got too much oil in it. But I haven't added any for a long time. Don't know what the go is there. I might just quickly read the book on how to do an oil check, but because on my oh, it's definitely got a lot of oil. Whatever, that's cool. That'll be enough. The other dog's getting jealous. Missing out on the action, mate. Where is he? So yeah, that's all good. Oil's still nice and clean. I'm not doing an oil change, and everyone reckons you should do an oil change in spark plugs every year regardless. There's no way I'm spending $100, or it's about $120 for a filter, oil and spark plugs, and I've only ridden the things like 10 hours. It's not going to happen, so that's fine. Don't tell the missus I'm washing my hands in the sink. That's how clean the oil was anyway. It was like brand new, so that's all good. So yeah, there's not much more to. The oil plug's nice. The battery starts. That's the charging socket which stays on here. So that'll stay. I'll give you a look with the. So we'll put that on so no water gets up, and then I normally just hang it in this loop here, like that, and that way that doesn't get any water in it. You're always going to get a bit of water, but it doesn't really normally get higher than kind of this, I don't know if you can see it, but this black pipe down here. So that's all good. So I'll just give her a little spray. I've got the super cheap auto heavy duty lanolin. Like I said, it's already got a heap on there, so it's going to be real quickie. So I'll just go boom, boom, a little bit on top, and that's it. Just to protect it from the salt water. And that's it. That's all I do. There's no point overthinking it. It's just a motor in a fiberglass shell. People go stupid and think it's like a spaceship or something, and yeah, I mean, there's no point going too stupid with it. So I'll chuck the seed on. It's a bit early to go yet. I want to wait for the traffic to die down. I don't even know what the time is, but it's way too early. I'm going to go and suss out where some cheap fuel is around here as well, because I'm pretty sure if I just flick this, because the dash is off at the moment, that should turn it on. No, there we go. How much fuel's in it? Oh, it's almost full. So I'll just top it up, and the car's empty, so I need to fill the car up and this up. So I'll search around where some cheap fuel is, because at the moment it's like varying 30 cents a litre depending on where you go. So yeah, it's worth getting some good ones, get some cheap fuel. But yeah, everything else looks good. I just want to check these tyre pressures, and that's it. Oh yeah, they're a bit low. 21. We'll just put 33 in them. 36, that'll do. I put a new bearing buddy on this as well. This was missing. So I've got a red one on this side and a black one on that side. Check the spare. 24. Now this one on this side is going to be tricky, depending where the valve is. Hopefully it's up top. Oh, it's up the top, cool. That's all I need for this to be like 0, and then I won't be going anywhere to 20, so that's about the same. So lucky I checked them. That's taken a fair bit. I'm pretty sure they don't have holes. Is that even on properly? Yep, 33, almost there. 37, 36, that'll do. Alright, so we're in business. And I'll just give the trailer a bit of a look over. It's galvanised, so it's not going to rust. Number plate's good. I'll check all the lights as well when I hook it up to the car before I go. The next mission is to get this. Put this back. That goes in the shed. I'll put that away later. And this is the dangerous bit now. A few times, about a year or 2 years ago, probably now. This reel got away from me, like that. Got away from me when I was working out on the garage, on the driveway out here, and I'll get to it in a minute. Hang on, just concentrating. This bit here flung, took a big chip out of here and big chip out of there. So I'm a little bit cautious with it now. Like that. Even that was a bit of a risky move, but that's okay. Alright, so this will come with me. Don't like leaving that up there, so I'll leave like that. Wear that one. That's all got to go in the boot, and that can stay here. And other than that, we're all good. So yeah, I'll just whack a bit more charge in these cameras and dump the footage. So I'll go clean with empty memory cards and full batteries, and see you out at the boat ramp.